Shocking truth exposed. Janelle and Robyn stunned by Kody's new decision in Sister Wives. Hello friends, I am Elena, welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Kody Brown, the man at the center of this long-running reality show, has made a decision that has left both Janelle and Robyn completely stunned. Viewers are calling it one of the most unexpected twists in the family's ongoing saga, and fans are buzzing about what this means for the future of the Brown family. For years, Sister Wives has documented the highs and lows of plural marriage. The relationships between Kody and his wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, have been filled with love, heartbreak, disagreements, and shocking revelations. But in recent times, the cracks have been impossible to ignore. Christine walked away from the marriage, leaving the family dynamic permanently changed. Mary also found herself distanced from Kody, and Janelle's relationship with him has faced serious challenges. That left Robyn, who has often been portrayed as Kody's closest ally. However, the newest development throws even that alliance into question. Kody's latest decision has blindsided not only his wives but also the viewers who thought they had already seen everything. What exactly is this shocking truth? Let's break it down in detail. Kody's decision appears to revolve around redefining the very structure of his family. For years, he has insisted that plural marriage was his faith, his calling, and his destiny. He often spoke passionately about how he believed God wanted him to live in this lifestyle. But according to insiders and recent hints on the show, Kody has now expressed serious doubts about continuing with the plural marriage model at all. This is a jaw-dropping change in perspective from the man who once built his entire life around the concept. When Janelle first heard about this shift, she was reportedly floored. Janelle has always been known as the practical and steady wife, the one who managed the finances, worked hard to support the family, and quietly endured many of Kody's ups and downs. She never seemed as emotionally entangled as some of the other wives, but she did value the family unit they had built. To hear that Kody might no longer believe in the structure that held their lives together was almost unthinkable. For Janelle, this was not just about her personal relationship with Kody, it was about the years of sacrifice, hard work, and commitment that she had invested. Robyn, on the other hand, reacted in a way that surprised many fans. Known as Kody's favorite wife in the eyes of viewers, Robyn has always seemed to stand firmly by his side. She was the wife who appeared to have the closest emotional connection to him, and many believed she was the one person Kody would never disappoint. But when she heard about his new perspective, even Robyn was left stunned. Robyn has often spoken about how she believes in plural marriage as part of her faith and family values. For Kody to suddenly question or even walk away from that principle shakes the foundation of everything she thought she had secured. So why is Kody making this shocking decision now? Some fans speculate it comes down to the overwhelming stress and heartbreak that the last few years have brought. Christine's departure was a huge blow to him, and it forced him to confront his failures as a husband. His strained relationships with Janelle and Mary only deepened his sense of loss. As for Robyn, although they seemed united, even that relationship has carried tension as the family fractured. Kody may be realizing that the plural marriage model, instead of bringing joy, has brought endless conflict. Another possibility is that Kody is simply exhausted from trying to balance multiple relationships while facing criticism from fans and even from his own children. Many of the Brown children have spoken openly about their frustrations with their father. Some feel neglected, while others believe Kody showed favoritism. This pressure may have finally forced him to reconsider everything he once believed in. For Janelle, this revelation raises serious questions about her own future. She has often expressed her independence and hinted that she doesn't need Kody to feel fulfilled. Kody is no longer committed to plural marriage. Janelle might feel freer to step away completely. She could finally focus on building her life the way she wants, without waiting for Kody's approval. For Robyn, however, the decision carries a different weight. She joined the Brown family because she believed in the principle of plural marriage. Kody abandons that belief. What does it mean for her? Will she be left feeling like she gave up so much for something that no longer exists? Fans are already speculating that Robyn may feel betrayed and heartbroken by this new direction. What makes this development even more explosive is the way it was revealed. Instead of sitting down with his wives in a calm and respectful manner, reports suggest Kody dropped the bombshell during a tense conversation. His blunt words caught both Janelle and Robyn off guard, leaving them reeling. Viewers who have followed the show know that Kody often speaks impulsively, sometimes without considering how deeply his words cut. This seems to be another example of him making a decision without fully preparing his family for the emotional fallout. Fans of Sister Wives are divided over this revelation. Some believe Kody is finally facing reality and acknowledging that plural marriage hasn't worked for his family. They argue that honesty is better than clinging to a broken system. Others, however, see this as yet another selfish move from Kody, who has often been accused of prioritizing his own feelings over the well-being of his wives and children. Social media has exploded with reactions. Many viewers feel sympathy for Janelle, who has stood by Kody for decades only to be blindsided now. Others are surprisingly supportive of Robyn, pointing out that she may have believed in Kody's vision wholeheartedly and is now left confused and heartbroken. One thing is clear, this shocking truth has changed everything. The Brown family as fans once knew it may never exist again. Christine's departure was already a turning point, but Kody's new decision could be the final blow that dismantles the idea of a united plural family. Going forward, the show will likely focus on how each wife chooses to navigate this new reality. Will Janelle finally walk away and build her own life outside of Kody's shadow? Will Robyn try to convince Kody to hold on to their faith and continue the lifestyle they committed to? Or will Kody himself take an even more radical step and leave the world of plural marriage entirely behind? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain: the Browns will never be the same again. This shocking revelation has left fans on the edge of their seats, eager to see what unfolds in the next chapter of their story. So, friends, what do you think about this shocking truth? Was Kody right to question everything, or has he betrayed his wives and family yet again? Brown family has been known for their commitment to their plural lifestyle and their connection to their faith. But as the seasons unfold, viewers have noticed shifts in the way Kody and Robyn talk about religion, spirituality, and their family's original beliefs. First, let's rewind to where it all began. The Brown family introduced themselves to the world as fundamentalist Mormons who practiced plural marriage. Their faith was rooted in a belief system that valued family unity, multiple marriages, and religious devotion. For many fans, this was more than just a reality TV storyline. It was a look into a community and way of life that most people had never seen before. Kody was presented as a man deeply devoted to his calling, and each of his wives shared their perspective on what it meant to live in faith. Robyn, who joined the family later, was also described as someone committed to the religious path the Browns had chosen. Together, they built a narrative of a family that was bound not just by marriage but also by spiritual belief. However, things started to shift as time went on. We've seen cracks in Kody's authority, differences in how each wife viewed their faith, and even struggles with the polygamous lifestyle itself. Christine eventually left the marriage. Janelle distanced herself. Mary went on her own path. And suddenly, viewers started wondering whether Kody and Robyn were still holding on to the same religious convictions they once expressed so passionately. One of the most telling signs came through the way Kody began talking about his faith in later seasons. Instead of passionately defending the practice of plural marriage as a religious principle, his conversations turned more practical and emotional. He often expressed frustration, resentment, and confusion rather than a strong sense of religious duty. For fans who followed the family's journey from the start, this change was noticeable. Robyn's position also became interesting. At the beginning, she spoke openly about her religious convictions and her belief in the principles that guided the family. But in more recent episodes, Robyn has appeared more focused on holding on to her marriage with Kody and protecting her immediate family than on sharing or defending the religious values they once highlighted. This raised questions. Was her commitment to faith fading, or was she simply prioritizing survival in a difficult family situation? Adding fuel to the speculation are the family's statements about being spiritually adrift. In interviews, Kody has admitted feeling disconnected, and fans have noticed that religious themes aren't as central in their conversations as they once were. Instead of discussing prayer, church, or spiritual guidance, we hear more about relationship struggles, personal conflict, and emotional pain. So what could this mean? Did Kody and Robyn truly abandon their faith? Or did they simply step back from the public practice of it? Some fans argue that they've seen evidence of the Browns quietly moving away from their original religious community. For example, there are fewer references to their church. There's less mention of spiritual leaders. And most importantly, the principle of plural marriage, which was once described as a sacred calling, is no longer practiced in the same way. With Christine, Janelle, and Mary out of the picture, Kody is essentially monogamous with Robyn. This shift in lifestyle naturally raises the question, how does that align with their faith? Critics suggest that Kody has chosen personal happiness, or at least stability with Robyn, over the religious duties he once preached about. In their eyes, abandoning plural marriage is essentially abandoning the faith. On the other hand, defenders argue that faith is deeply personal, and even if Kody and Robyn aren't vocal about it, they may still hold private beliefs or practice in ways viewers don't see. Another angle is the idea that they may not have fully abandoned religion but could be exploring something new. Some fans speculate that Kody and Robyn might be shifting toward a different spiritual path, one less tied to strict polygamous teachings and more aligned with personal faith or modern Christianity. While there's no public confirmation of this, the speculation exists because of how differently the couple now presents themselves compared to the early years. Robyn, in particular, has faced scrutiny. Some viewers believe she pressured Kody away from plural marriage, which would naturally distance them from their original faith community. Others think she's simply following Kody's lead and trying to keep their household together. Regardless, the fact remains, Robyn doesn't speak about religion with the same passion she once did, and this silence has been interpreted in many ways. It's also worth noting how fans connect these religious questions with the show itself. In the early days, Sister Wives marketed the family's story as a rare glimpse into a polygamist household. Religion was a big part of what made the show unique. But as drama, conflict, and relationship struggles took center stage, the faith aspect moved into the background. Some believe this was intentional, a way to appeal to a broader audience who may not connect with the religious details. Others think it simply reflects the reality that religion isn't as central to Kody and Robyn's lives anymore. Ultimately, the big question remains unanswered. Have Kody and Robyn abandoned their faith for a new religion, or are they just keeping it private? Truth may lie somewhere in between. Faith can evolve, change, or even fade over time. It's possible that the Browns' journey is simply an example of how people's beliefs adapt to life circumstances. The challenges of divorce, public scrutiny, and family breakdown could have pushed them to reevaluate what matters most. For viewers, this shift has been dramatic. The family we first met was united under faith and tradition. The family we see now is fractured, with Kody and Robyn standing apart from the others. And without the same religious language guiding their story, many feel that something central has been lost. So, did they abandon their faith? We can't say with certainty. But what we can observe is this: the Browns no longer live in the way their religion once required, and the show no longer portrays them as spiritual leaders of a plural household. Whether this means they've joined a new religion, created a private faith, or simply walked away from organized belief, one thing is clear: Kody and Robyn's spiritual journey is no longer the same one they started with. And that, friends, is what makes this question so compelling. The Browns have always invited viewers into their private world. But when it comes to their current faith, they've chosen silence. And sometimes silence says more than words ever could. Over the years, fans have witnessed shocking twists, emotional exits, and new beginnings among the Brown family. But now, a brand new storyline is making headlines: Mary Brown's reaction to Christine Brown's tell-all book. Did Mary just throw shade at Christine in a subtle way? Or are fans reading too much into her comments? First, let's set the stage. Sister Wives has been on the air for more than a decade, documenting the lives of Kody Brown, his wives, and their children. Over time, what started as a show about a large polygamist family trying to balance faith, love, and unity has turned into a complicated story of breakups, bitterness, and shifting alliances. Christine was the first wife to leave Kody officially, and since then, she has built an entirely new life for herself. She has also become more vocal about her experience, sharing details about her marriage and family struggles in interviews and social media posts. Now, with Christine writing a tell-all book, fans are eager to see how much truth she is ready to reveal. But here's where Meri comes into the picture. Meri, Kody's first wife, has had her own share of struggles within the plural marriage. From her emotional estrangement from Kody to her catfishing scandal, her story has been filled with ups and downs. For years, Meri remained committed to the family even when her marriage seemed beyond repair. Unlike Christine, however, Meri has not publicly bashed Kody as harshly or decided to capitalize on her story in the form of a memoir, at least not yet. So when Christine's book announcement started spreading across the internet, fans immediately turned to Meri's social media activity. And they weren't disappointed. Recently, Meri posted cryptic messages on Instagram that seemed to highlight themes of loyalty, honesty, and trust. While she didn't mention Christine directly, many fans interpreted her posts as a subtle dig. Some of her quotes talked about choosing dignity over exposure and living your truth without tearing others down. For Sister Wives viewers, this than coincidence, it looked like Meri was responding to Christine's decision to air out family secrets in a very public way. Question is, was Meri really shading Christine, or was this just another example of social media posts being overanalyzed by the fandom? After all, Meri has always been known for her cryptic quotes. For years, she has shared inspirational sayings, motivational lines, and subtle reflections that often seem timed with whatever drama is happening within the family. Whether it's about her personal growth, her journey to independence, or her feelings toward the rest of the Browns, Meri often uses her posts to speak indirectly. That's why fans pay such close attention, because it rarely feels accidental. Christine's tell-all book is expected to cover sensitive subjects, including her marriage with Kody, the struggles of being in a plural family, and her relationships with the other wives. Christine reveals details that the family hoped would stay private. Meri might view that as disloyal or even damaging. Remember, despite her rocky relationship with Kody, Meri has always spoken about family unity. She might not agree with Christine turning those private memories into headlines and profit. On the other hand, there's also a possibility that Meri's words weren't about Christine at all. Many fans point out that Meri's cryptic posts often apply to her own life situations, not necessarily to the other wives. For example, she has been working on her own brand, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, and trying to establish herself outside of the sister wives' shadow. Her posts about dignity, truth, and resilience could just as easily be about her own healing journey. But because Christine's book is such a hot topic right now, fans may be connecting the dots in a way that makes it seem like drama when it really isn't. Christine and Meri were never especially close, even back when the show first started. In fact, Christine openly admitted that she struggled with Meri's personality and often felt tension around her. Over time, as the wives' relationships became more strained, Meri and Christine's bond didn't exactly improve. So if Meri does have strong opinions about Christine's decision to write a book, it wouldn't be shocking. Fans already know there has been tension, so subtle shade wouldn't be out of character. From another angle, though, Christine's book might be an opportunity for all the wives, including Meri, to reclaim their narratives. In the world of reality television, stories are often edited for dramatic effect. Writing a book allows someone like Christine to share her side without filters. Meri may or may not agree with Christine's approach, but it does raise an interesting question. Will Meri follow suit? Could we see her publish her own tell-all in the future? Many fans would love to hear her perspective, especially since her journey with Kody has been one of the most painful and complicated. So, where does that leave us? Right now, we can't say for certain whether Meri's posts were a direct response to Christine's tell-all project. But the timing has definitely sparked conversation among fans, and that's exactly how Sister Wives drama keeps spreading beyond the show. Whether intentional or not, Mary's cryptic quotes add fuel to the fire and keep viewers wondering about the true state of the Brown family relationships. In conclusion, the sister wives saga continues to evolve. Christine is moving forward with her tell-all book, which promises to reveal never-before-heard details about her life in polygamy. Meanwhile, Mary is posting messages that fans believe are subtle jabs at Christine's choice. Whether it's shade, coincidence, or simply Mary's way of expressing her personal philosophy, one thing is clear: the drama between the sister wives isn't going away anytime soon. Fans will continue analyzing every post, every quote, and every interview for hidden meaning. And as long as the Browns keep sharing their stories, whether on television, in books, or on social media, the conversation will never stop. So, what do you think? Did Mary Brown just subtly shade Christine Brown for writing a tell-all book? Or are fans reading too much into her social media posts? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the Sister Wives world.